really had his number against the Valiant. He died a lot more in that particular series, but he seems to have gotten it together, thought out his play once again, and he is not getting punished quite so hard tonight.
All right, well, time for the Shanghai Dragons to set up their defense here on Nimbani. They would really like to get a win in this league. A lot to prove for this team. A lot of hype surrounding them coming into the league, and hype that just hasn't been delivered on quite yet.
Yeah, free field back on the Ana, so very standard defense for the Shanghai Dragons. We'll have free field and undead on the far side, the high ground, waiting for people to go ahead and dive them or try and capture the points so they get some free shots from above. And Shock obviously not going to be running with this particular composition. We'll see what they end up changing to.
I don't think they're going to have Dante and Lucio. That would surprise me a bit. Probably going to swap over the Tracer as usual here. And Baby Bay on the Pharah. Okay, so they are going to go with the Pharah attack here on Nimbani. Yeah, there's Dante on the Soldier. Not the Tracer, but a very normal pick to see here on Nimbani attack.
All right, they should be rotating all the way around the left side of the map with this composition.
Yep, there they go.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Some people will be trying to take the high ground. The Pharah will go all the way past to deal some damage across the point. He's going to run into Dia immediately.
Yeah, that's right. Roshan having to jump off the high ground right away. Boyd getting shot, altering, exposing himself. Ooh, that Helix rocket nearly found its mark here. That was dangerous. They've got that high ground for the moment. Can they dislodge Dante? He's got that biotic field for a few more seconds. Expires now. Nomi does go down, though. So Shanghai Dragons with an opportunity. And they're going to take it. Shishu coming in, taking down both Sleepy and Dante. Great start. So as Baby Bay fires from the side, the rest of his team falls.
Yeah, Baby Bay is going to try and back off right now. He's getting healed up by the Mercy, so trying to build up some ultimate charge and stay alive while he waits for the remainder of his teammates to join the team. They finally were able to regroup on the far side. They should be safe.
That's right. You need to be a little bit careful if you're Baby Bay in that position. You don't want to get your spawn staggered if you get picked off way after the rest of your team. But he manages to stay alive.
Shishu's been on the edge of getting demexed this entire game, but just barely sticking around thanks to the healing of altering and free feel.
Self-destruct used by Nevix. Got back in the mech just in time. Now the Primal Rage comes in for Roshan, just keeping everybody bottled into that corridor as Baby Bay looks for more shots. Ooh, that's dangerous, man. Attack Visor comes out for Dante. Can't quite fire through everything, though. And now the Transcendents are going to try to use that to get onto the point.
But really the impressive thing is San Francisco survived the nano boost attack visor on the opposite side. The positioning wasn't great. So Dante now trying to clean this one up. Nomi and his tank Nevix still on that point. Dante can't quite survive even through the heal station.
That's right, Nevix, D-Mech, watching the rest of his team fall here. And with Nomi not lasting too much longer, that should be it, yeah. San Francisco Shock starting over from spawn.
Yeah, Shishu has been doing very well this match so far. He's been the main driver coming up onto the high ground and denying a lot of damage, as well as taking out some of the squishier members of San Francisco Shock. Baby Bay will be on the Soldier now, so they are changing up the strategy. Soldier Tracer as Dante switches off onto the Tracer. So this is going to be, again, more of a poke style of composition that we see, trying to soften people up so the Tracer can finish them off.
Here's a dive on the high ground. Free field goes for a sleep guard before diving back to the low ground. He's trying to stay alive. Not sure if that one connected, but either way, it kept him alive. And that's the important thing. First stick taken, though. Nevix with 2 on that self-destruct puts that Diva ultimate to work. And Shanghai short-handed. And I think San Francisco is going to take advantage of that. That's 2 ticks already. And there's a nano boost. They're going to give it to Undead. Wow, he's going for it, man. That is a bold move. And that is not going to pay off. I don't think you use a nano boost right there.
Yeah, no way.
That's rough.
Yeah, your free field may be trying to switch off onto another hero.
I think you have to now.
Yeah, Undead at least got some percentage from using the extra damage from that nano boost, but ultimately not very effective. Baby Bay's going to be coming back into this fight with a tactical visor of his own.
Yep.
And this is where we saw the San Francisco Shock run out of gas against the Valiant, but they have plenty of time to keep on pushing here, and pretty sizable ultimate advantage.
And with all those ults, they've got a couple spare tanks of gas as they get this push going. Roshan low as he dives in. And nice capitalization on that Orb of Discord from Sleepy. Tops the Transcendence, but Shishu takes out 2 with the self-destruct. Shanghai storming in to push San Francisco all the way back to spawn.
Yeah, they are, and that was a massive play considering that the Transcendence had already been committed. So Shishu again continues to be the star for the Shanghai Dragons on Numbani. And that will force a regroup at the moment. We'll be coming back with a Valkyrie.
Ooh, Dia taken out by that Helix rocket from Baby Bay. So short-handed are the Dragons as Shot comes in to get this payload moving again. Roshan getting low. He got the nano boost, so can he stay alive? Sleepy falls, Dak brings him back again. And Nevix finds altering in the side room. Oh, he barely gets away though. That was a close call, but the rest of his team doing just fine. And that payload's moving.
Yeah, Baby Bay still holding onto this tack visor. Dak had to use the Valkyrie in order to continue that push as the pickoffs happened early.
Right.
But Shanghai going to be looking to come back. Freefeel still on this Ana. Keeps on using that nano boost, trying to help out Roshan, and now he's going to swap. Usually you see that a little bit sooner, but his ultimate charge has been in a place where it was pretty easy for him to continue using that hero, or made it at least difficult in his mind to switch off.
Right. All right, Nevix tosses in the self-destruct, just trying to zone enough for them to get point B. Doesn't work though, Shanghai coming in anyway. Primal Rage for Roshan, trying to pave the way for his team to come in. The Baby Bay's right there with the tack visor. Gets that kill. Dante follows it up with a pulse bomb on the Shishu. And if they can dislodge the Tracer, they do. Dia goes down. They should be able to end it. Altering taken out by Sleepy, who frags out with another kill on Dia. And that's point B and then some for Shock.
Oh, that is actually going to really sting for the Shanghai Dragons, because the Valkyrie was not going to be enough there in any case to stop them from going ahead and taking point B. And now they're going to have to give up ground here on point C as well, especially with Dak and Sleepy both approaching their ultimate. This is a chance for San Francisco Shock to play slow and just push this all the way home.
Got a little bit of time to work with. Oh, Baby Bay is gonna have a little bit of time to think about what to do with the rest of their attack here. Dia takes him down. Dante just trying to build up that pulse bomb at the moment. Nevix trying to escape. They gotta back away. Too many people, too low health, but Nomi says, no way, I'm going back in with the Primal Rage.
Wow, that tank
it's on
play,
his own, though.
That tank play left a lot to be desired.
I don't know about that.
They were not pushing forward onto the payload, and then had to use that, and Sleepy just gets left behind.
You're Zenyatta, and you can only float so fast, man. It gets rough. Dak's there with the res. They're going to try to come in with the tranquility on both sides. Zenyatta ultimate's coming out. There's a poke. Oh, Dante blows himself up. He does get the D-Mech on the Shishu, but at what cost?
Shishu flew back onto him, actually, after it wasn't his fault. Dante was trying to blink away.
Ooh.
Baby Bay snipes Freefeel with a Helix rocket.
Icy rockets coming up from Baby Bay, and there's the tack visor. Celebration firing into the air as they will finish it. That's 3 points for San Francisco Shock.
Wildly firing into the air like a true American.
Get off my lawn.
A minute and 6 seconds left for the San Francisco Shock.
Not bad.
Could have been cleaner on that attack onto point C, but they make it work and still keep some time for themselves in the bank.
Dante's like, I got blown up with my own bomb.
It wasn't his fault, though. The Diva flew into him after he planted it.
Doesn't make it feel any better, Monty. You're still looking at that respawn timer.
Yeah, still a bummer, but you know what?
Right.
Rest of his teammates pushed the payload all the way through to the end. So it didn't end up mattering. And
it's like, hey, Sleepy, did you see Dante get blown up with the bomb?
I'm looking for the part where we do the player communications, but it's just you dubbed over all of the players.
I know what they're all saying. Look, I got this. Shanghai Dragons going to be going on the attack here. They've got to finish the map to push it into the time bank round, or they will lose this series to San Francisco Shock. It all comes down to this for the Dragons in their second match here in the Overwatch League.
Dia looks like we'll be playing that Pharah Undead now on the Soldier 76, so very similar style of composition. What we saw initially from San Francisco Shock on the attack, likewise, same comp from the Shock. We'll also be running Sleepy on the Ana.
All right. So, Sleepy.
Yeah, 7 final blows. That's more of the style of performance we expected from Sleepy.
This guy finds the picks.
Yeah,
I mean, he's new, but He is definitely memorable. And that wall doesn't
drawing
need any
smiley
heal.
faces on the wall with his
Nice guy.
trank darts, I guess you could call them.
It's only like
Healing darts, poison darts, whatever they are.
3 million per dart, knowing the defense budget these days. What a waste.
But now the wall is happy, Della.
There you go. It's feeling good. Shanghai Dragons trying to come in from the left side here. They're going to try to take the high ground. You grab this first, then you try to make it across the other side. Maybe Dia can get a good concussion grenade and push people off. We'll see. Roshan under fire here.
Dante just
hallway.
poking away right now. Has to be
Yeah.
really careful because he's playing at mid-range against Undead Soldier. Nice biotic grenade actually onto the tanks.
Ah, that was a big one. That hit a lot of people here. Undead has to back away. That biotic field didn't end up getting him a whole lot. They are on the point though. Dante does DMX Shishu. A diva, not a concern anymore. Or shock on this defense anyway. Here we
Nobody's
go.
gonna go in and
Oh,
just
no me.
instantly get fried on that high ground.
Oh no me. Another kill for Undead. Dante taken out as well. Nevik slow health. There's attack visor just to secure this one. And this looks like it's going to be a pretty quick point day for Shanghai Dragons.
Yeah, that's going to be the shock falling very far back on this map. Shanghai Dragons trying to create as much room as they can pushing forward, but Dante's positioning there, he just wasn't going to be able to do anything from that angle. He had gotten himself all the way back into the corridor closest to the Shanghai Dragon spawn. And there's no way you can contest the soldier at that range, doing a very small amount of long-range damage.
Very true. The tanks in the front, already paving the way. Ooh, for an easy kill on the Baby Bay there. Dak uses the res, of course. Oh, barrage coming in. Dia, death from above. Indeed, he did get the kill onto the Ana, but I don't know if that was quite worth it. Didn't get a lot otherwise.
Well, they're going to commit the Valkyrie to it, at least to get the resurrections back up. Dia's still in trouble, though. Has to dodge around the far side and taking still quite a bit of damage from the hit scan players of the Shock.
Yeah, neither one of those ultimates really got the payload going. And they're going to get pushed back for the moment either way. Still a scramble. And finally now, Shanghai starting to grind this one out a little bit. They've got to worry about the tac visor from Baby Bay, though.
And Roshan's still there with the Primal Rage at the front line. He absorbed most of that Soldier 76 ultimate.
Yep.
And he's actually going to live. Wow. All down to about 50 HP, and there he goes, Dante.
Thanks for the caster curse, Monty.
That's just how you do it, you know?
Yep.
As a caster, gotta accidentally get some players killed by cursing them sometimes.
But is it an accident? That's what everyone's wondering now. I'm getting suspicious. Now they're pushing forward anyway. Shanghai with one ult to work with at the moment. Undead on the run. Gotta get that health back. There's Nomi. He gets the nano boost. There's the Primal Rage. Tac visor used at the same time. Oh, jumps onto Shishu though. There's one. At the end of the day though, that payload was still moving. It did have some progress. It's getting a lot more now.
Yeah, it is. Nomi trying to stay alive just by hiding around the corner here. Will have to dive back out towards his mercy as the Shock retreat.
Yep. Well, Shanghai has done a good job of sending out Shishu and Roshan ahead of everyone else to kind of keep the payload moving smoothly. But Baby Bay turning this one around now with the tac visor. How many can he get? Nevik's finding Dia there. A lot of shots in the Primal Raging Winston, but Roshan says no to the Soldier ult. Now Nevix, there's a sleep dart. They woke him up right away though. Roshan not spending much time in Dreamland as that payload stalled for the moment, but it's nearly at the end of point B.
These fights have been chaotic, altering with the later Valkyrie, but the less effective one as they are pushed back towards their spawn. And for now, the San Francisco Shock will hold 2.5 minutes. There's still plenty of time for the Dragons to make it all the way to the end of the map. But the commitment was pretty huge there to rely on Undead to make a big play. And Sleepy waiting with that nano boost. So charging up Nomi in that front line should provide a pretty significant distraction.
Yep. I think that's been wise. Obviously, the Winston generally the one receiving that nano boost. It's the way you do it. Biotic grenade goes in there, gets eaten though. By Shishu. Still gets demeched anyway. Gonna pop that self-destruct. Ooh. Oh, he gets two. Baby Bay and Sleepy somehow caught with that one. Oh, and Shanghai gonna steamroll the rest of San Francisco Shock. That's point B.
Sleepy didn't want to necessarily commit the nano boost when the tank was so low, couldn't heal him up fast enough to get him back into the action, and now he's just going to abandon it altogether and go over to the Zenyatta. I think sometimes you just have to bite the bullet, sacrifice the ultimate for the better hero. He's been getting jumped quite a lot and hasn't had the biggest effect on that. Dante nearly gets up. Nice little trap there set by the Dragons, trying to punish.
Surprised he escaped there. Whoa, he escaped and got a bit of revenge even. Both supports taken out with that pulse bomb. And now Dia fighting for his life on the payload. Not going to work. And Shock not deterred at all by losing that last fight. They are back.
Well, Dante saw them, and when they didn't kill him in that very small room, he saw an opportunity to make the big boom in the room. And that's going to take out both of those supports as we look at Dante coming in. And
Big boom in the room becomes Shanghai's 2.
He finds both supports. I mean, they're not even looking at him. You have to pay attention, but there's no escape there. There's a self-destruct on one side and the pulse bomb on the other.
All right, that payload getting pushed a bit by Shanghai Dragons now. Down to 2 minutes in the time bank. Nomi diving in. Nevix waiting. Buying time here, protecting Baby Bay as he gets that kill on Dia. Transcendence used on the side by Freefeel. A little bit too late to save Dia, who does get res though, so it's okay.
All right, Tactical Visor will be held by Baby Bay as Undead unloads his.
Yep.
Get some more movement for the payload. Minute 40 left, Shanghai.
Ooh, they're gonna pull way back now.
Altering, use the Valkyrie right now, so they're trying to get as much progress as they can, but this is going to deplete them if they are somehow stopped.
Yeah, so this is a fight that Shock needs to win right now. They waited for the Valkyrie, they let the progress happen. Now they have to win. Baby Bay with the tac visor finds Roshan in that little room. He can't jump out. Can they finish him off? Oh, we can! That's a good start here. Meanwhile, the rest of his team following it up with some more kills. And 1 minute remaining now for Shanghai Dragons.
Yeah, good patience from the Shock, too.
Yeah,
they
really
fell back and didn't use the Valk, didn't use the Transcendence, waited for them to kill the Primal Raging Winston, knowing the payload couldn't make it all the way to the end. And now they are in a prime position to go ahead and win their first match of the season.
Yeah, this map and this match are Shock's to lose right now. They have control, they have the ultimates. With some really heads-up defensive play here.
It's everything you want. 2 support ults and a stalling ult in the form of that self-destruct.
Now Freefeel.
He dies!
Down. Sleepy gets brought back up again. Nevix in there. He's got that self-destruct if he needs to use it. Nice kill. Can he get more out of it though?
Support's communicating well.
Nice.
Sleepy died, didn't use the Transcendence, instead just let Dak res him and realized they were going to win. So even if there's a desperation push right now, they've got the self-destruct still to hold people off the payload.
Yep.
They're gonna have to touch it on this next push, and it's gonna be very difficult to do that.
They're probably gonna have the Primal Rage too, Shanghai Dragons. Desperation mode now. Dante lives, there's a pulse bomb. It's a zoning ultimate, San Francisco Shock coming in. Shanghai, they need to make this push work if they want to keep this series alive. Dante firing away. Here comes the attack visor from Undead. Roshan does fall, so that's one tank not protecting their soldier anymore. And Nomi gets him.
Get on the payload right now.
That's right, you gotta stop it. It's getting so close here. Dante kind of on his own here. Everybody backing away. Here comes Nomi. Can he stay on the payload long enough, though, for everybody to get back? Sleepy on the side. Now he's got the healing. Oh, Doc went a little bit too deep and got taken down, but Baby Bay there with the tac visor. Maybe the soldier ultimate has been enough. Pulse bomb comes in, takes on Chishu right after he gets out of the back. And Undead trying desperately to live here on the soldier. Lives for a surprisingly long time, but it's not enough. And San Francisco Shock hold, and they will win this series 3-1.
And they had all the tools at the end in order to pull that off. Good discipline with their ultimates for the Shock to make sure they were going to have that hold, especially just keeping control over their